Okay, let's go up. Get a bit of a health boost. Oh, got another one down, so let's go through here. Yeah, there's 8, isn't there? I don't know why I got confused there. I think this is split mushroom. Yeah, hi, buddy. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the wind-up is fucking me over a bit here. Yeah, the wind-up, man. The wind-up is ridiculous. There we go. Got him. Got him again. There we go. Got him again. There we go. And split mushroom is down. Oh, okay. Time to move on. Next one. I think the life energy respawns, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the case. Okay. Slash beast. Thought I'd use off the Giga attack there, because I haven't really used it. There we go. And Slash Beast is down. I don't think it really has a weakness. I think it's just, you know, I've just always found it better to just whack the shit out of him. Just keep whacking him until he dies. There we go. Next one. We're getting close. We're getting close. Now who's this? Is this Storm Owl? Nope, it's Frost Walrus. So once again, we're going to be using the uppercut. Boom. Boom. Boom, up you go. There you go, boom. Frost Walrus is no problem once you got the fiery uppercut. No problem whatsoever. Let's see if it respawns. Yep. And that recovers weapon energy, I believe, but we don't really need that because we're 0. Alright, second to last Maverick to go. Now this is Storm Owl. I'm pretty sure. I think... What is he weak to? Oh, come on. Piece of shit. Yeah. I think he's weak to the... Get off me! Yeah, I keep using that, but... Might just be the easiest way to get some hits on the fucker. I think he's weak to the spiral. the spiral attack, but yeah, it's best to just you know, get the hits in when you can and just lay into him. And there you go, Storm Owl is defeated. Whew. Nice and easy. Alright then. Since I'm here, might as well. Now it's time for the final Maverick. The final return fight. To have Magma Dragoon, so all that stuff about us being so sad that he's dead. Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's the one with Street Fighter moves. And there we go. Nice and easy. And like I say, Magma Dragoon is easier in the first round just because you're gonna have the riot armor, but even here he's not that hard. Now I have to be careful. And full health. And that's the second fight against Magma Dragoon is the second fight. The return fight against all the Mavericks is done. Time for a final boss battle. Hee hee hee. Good work, Zero. You're Sigma, so it was you. We've known that from the start, to be fair, but hee hee hee. Yes, simply brilliant. You even defeated Colonel and Iris. You made me do it. You put the sword in my hand. No, you wanted to destroy them. You just go a bit Palpatine here. Allow me to remind you that I was once the leader of the Maverick Hunters. And now we get a cutscene. Which is a bit of a throwback to before Mega Man X1. This was just as this is kind of a cool cutscene, to be fair. This is kind of this is when the Maverick Hunters first find Zero, and it's shown at this point that it was actually Sigma who finds Zero, which does make a whole lot of sense for what was, which does make sense, but we'll see in a minute what I mean. And this fight scene isn't bad. It's one of the better ones. This is one of the better anime cutscenes in the game, to be fair. Not that's hard, but no, the voice acting's still fucking awful. But it's at least interesting. It's at least a fun little fight scene. Although, I mean, setting this up I thought was kind of clunky. I mean, the setup was pretty much, hey, Zero, remember that time when we were Maverick Hunters? Remember that time when I was a Maverick Hunter and I found you in a factory? Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre one, but the scene itself is pretty decent, so I don't really mind too much. And once again, it's just more confirmation, I think, that for the later games in the series, especially X4 and 5, Mega Man X was not really the focus anymore, and Zero was starting to become more of the focus and more of and was just a more interesting character to try and work with. By the way, his plasma sword fucking sucks. It's not really, it was, you know, it barely won against a metal pipe. Clearly not that good. Oh shit, his arm's gone. Oh, that went well. Sigma, you a bitch. And now Zero proceeds to kick the ever-living shit out of him. This is kind of creepy, to be honest. And that's kind of the big reveal, I suppose. Something that I think fans had kind of guessed for a long time, but that Wily created Zero. And it also makes sense for what happens here, because basically Sigma beats this shit out of Zero and knocks him unconscious. And it's from this point that Sigma kind of turns evil, so it's kind of a safe to assume sorry, it's kind of safe to assume that the virus that Wily had put inside Zero had basically transferred to Sigma at this point, and that's what kind of turned him from being a Maverick Hunter into the leader of the Mavericks himself. Which is kind of cool to see, I guess, but anyway. Zero, you were a Maverick. That line, he's confused by his own... Surely that was him telling the story. And he's kind of confused by his own story. What the fuck? What's your point? Are you that surprised? Zero, you're most impressive. Sigma, I will defeat you. Yeah. The scene itself is pretty decent, but the acting surrounding it is fucking abysmal. So let me have a look now. Yeah, we got a full energy tank. We haven't got a full weapons tank, but to be honest, we don't really need a weapons tank. Just because we don't... Our abilities... Zero's abilities don't really use weapon energy, so it's not really a necessary thing.
Prepare to become space dust.
The worst kind of dust. And just when he appears, hit him with the uppercut as soon as you see him, and it knocks him out of it. And boom. Shit. I really couldn't have. And boom. And now it's time for the second phase. Second of 3. I've been waiting for you, Zero. It's time for us to settle this. Now you want to get on the wall here. Drop down. Because then you get stuck in the wall, and you don't have to worry about the electrical. Yeah. So we want to get up here. There we go. Jump down. And there we go. That's the second phase of Sigma done. Which means we got one more phase to go. This phase is probably the most annoying. Give it to me, please. Don't blow it up. Ha ha ha, you're finished, Zero. Harris is waiting for you. You prick.
You are finished.
So now it's time for the final phase. And now what we're waiting for. Ah, damn it. Basically, there's 2 heads which he's going to throw at you. He's going to have 2 bodies. Yeah, so... Right. Trying to avoid that. Damn it. Now this one is actually not that hard to avoid. So what we're waiting for now is we're waiting for... Damn it. There we go. Just avoid the attacks to the heads. And just whack his head as soon as you can. Damn it. The fire one is probably the hardest to avoid. Yeah. So as long as he keeps doing the ice one, then I'm not going to have really an issue, because that's the easiest one to avoid. I don't think it's instant kill. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it is. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it was the end for you, Sigma, piece of shit. Now, you know what? Let's use the E-Tank. And boom, there we go. The final form of Sigma is done. It took me 2 or 3 attempts, my first playthrough, so to get it done in one go, I'm very happy. Michael Jackson. What's so funny? This weapon is aimed at Earth. No one can stop it. No! Ha 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 ha. Goodbye, Zero. You piece of shit. I will say, on normal and hard difficulty, this, the final boss can be a bit of a slog, so you might want to get both E-Tanks for this one. Because, you know, because trying to deal with all 3 forms without taking too much damage is very hard. General! Zero. I was wrong. Sigma, he blinded me to the truth. It's okay, rest. With my body I can stop the weapon. You're gonna fuck it, aren't you? But then it's over for the soldier. Farewell. General! Yeah, Zero's story is a little bit sad because everybody just fucking dies. I don't think I lost a life this whole stretch of 3 levels. And 4 boss fights, wow. I actually did okay. I'm happy with my performance there. But there we go. General sacrifices himself and destroys the weapon. That face. Zero with his green orb nipples. So yeah, this is X4 is pretty much the confirmation that Dr. Wily was the creator of Zero, which is a fair assessment. A fair... Fuck my mouth. It's been fair to assume that for a while, given that X was created by Dr. Light. It makes sense that Zero would be created by Wily, but this is pretty much the confirmation of that, though, which is nice.
Iris, did we Reploids all turn out to be Mavericks after all?
God, the voice acting's so bad. Anyway, Iris is dead. That's sad, and she's never going to be mentioned ever fucking again. In fact, she only makes 2 appearances in the whole series: Megaman X4 and the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy series, which was called, I can't remember. Basically, there were 2 Mega Man X games for the Game Boy, and she was in the second one of those. But anyway, not that it matters. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of Mega Man X4, and overall, I'd say it's a very good game. I think that from a gameplay perspective, there's a lot of fast-paced platforming action. There's a good amount of exploration to get all the heart tanks, sub tanks, the EX tank, to get all the weapons and all that kind of, to get all the upgrades and that kind of thing. So there's a lot of stuff for you to be able to, go and find in the stages, and I like that. I think the stages themselves are, the vast majority of them are fun, and there's very little bullshit apart from, like I say, Cyber Peacock getting the items is a pain in the ass. And Jet Stingray's stage for getting the items in that, it's pretty much one and done. So if you fuck up, then yeah, you're pretty much screwed. So you have to do it all over again. So that's a bit of a pain. But overall, I think it's overall a very fun game. I think the bosses are a lot of fun. There is a genuine reason, I think, to go out your way to play both sides of the story, to play as X and as Zero, because each character gets some, bosses that are unique to their scenario as well as them each kind of telling their own, informing the story better. It looks great. It's a very nice looking game. I think it looks nice even today with the sprite work. It's a very nice looking game. The only thing I would say about it, the story is fucking trash. It's bad voice acting. To be fair, I think the anime cutscenes are fine. They're not great, but they're fine. It's just the voice acting that lets it down, and I think the story is complete and total crap. They're trying to take themselves way too seriously, and I think it just backfires badly. It's a shame that Zero they try their best with this to make you give a shit about Zero and what happens to the characters that he cares about, but it comes across as hokey, and it's just shit. And I hate it. The story's bad. The battle has ended, but for some reason, Zero's memories of the past continue to haunt his mind. As a hunter, it is his duty to go after those mavericks. At the same time, he knows that it is his destiny to defeat his friend one day. Two different people, two different fates. In the future, Zero's decision will lead two great hunters to tragedy. The future is coming. Yeah, but that's not till the next game, Megaman X5. But, yeah, it can be pretty much summed up as really fun to play, but the story is complete garbage. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. But yeah, that's Megaman X4. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with Megaman X4. The next time I go into the Mega Man X universe, I will probably be doing Mega Man X2, because, and why have I gone in order? It's pretty much the ones that I like. I started off with X, which is my favourite. X4 is my second favourite. X2 is my third favourite, so that will probably be the next one that I do. But it won't be the next playthrough. The next playthrough after this is going to be The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the new remake for the Nintendo Switch. I really enjoy that game. It's so much fun. So anyway, that is it for this playthrough. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next playthrough, which is going to be Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. So I'll see you for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next playthrough.